Welcome to the Zamboanga Mountain Ultramarathon 2022, powered by Mayor John Dalipe and the Zamboanga Trail Runners. Zamboanga City, located in the western part of the island of Mindanao, known as Asia's Latin City, is one of the most important and busiest port cities in the Philippines. Its rich cultural history, famous tourist spots like the pink sand of Santa Cruz Island, and delectable delicacies such as curacha in Oliver sauce, Tausug cuisine, and the famous spicy sweet red soup, popularly known as sati, captured the senses and interest of tourists from far and wide. This month of October, Zamboanga City is celebrating the Zamboanga Hermosa Festival, a month-long activity in celebration of the feast of Nuestra Señora la Virgen del Pilar. Enthrall yourselves in this year's Celebración de Colores, a festival of colors, culture, friendships, and unity. The Zamboanga Mountain Ultramarathon is accredited and sanctioned by the Philippine Association of Ultra Runners and is the only ultramarathon in the region that is recognized by the International Association of Ultra Runners and the International Trail Running Association.
Have a good day to all the runners of the 2022 Zamboanga Mountain Ultramarathon race, which is being conducted by the Zamboanga Trail Runners Club. As the president of the Philippine Association of Ultra Runners, I would like to wish each and every one of the running participants for a safe and successful conduct of this year's event, most especially in the different distance events like the 25K run, 50K run, and the 100K trail running event. I wish to be there with you as one of the runner participants in this year's edition. God willing, I hope to be there with you in the next year's edition. Once again, congratulations to the race organizer, race director, marshals, volunteers, and sponsors for the holding and conduct of this year's edition. Your passion in these sports have greatly contributed to the promotion of our sports in your respective region. Best wishes and good luck to everybody. To CMU and CTR, mabuhay kayong lahat.
Hi guys, Rod's here. I'd just like to say good luck to all the runners of Zamboanga Mountain Ultramarathon. You guys keep safe and enjoy the route.
The ZMU Race Briefing. The ZMU will happen on October 15 and 16. There will be 3 different race distances in ZMU. The 100-kilometer distance, which will commence on October 15 and end on October 16, with a total elevation of 3,800 meters. The 50-kilometer distance, which will commence on October 16 with a total elevation of 2,477 meters. The 25-kilometer distance, which will commence on October 16 with a total elevation of 1,156 meters. Runners for the 100-kilometer must present a duly signed and accomplished medical certificate issued within the last 2 months. Runners are required to present the said medical certificate during check-in. Please take time to review the race course in detail. Download the GPX file corresponding with your race distance. For 25-kilometer runners, download your GPX file at bit.ly/2022 ZMU25KM. For 50-kilometer runners, download your GPX file at bit.ly/2022ZMU50km. And for 100-kilometer runners, download your GPX file at bit.ly/2022ZMU100km. Please bring one valid ID and your vaccination card. Please take note of your respective gun start and cutoff times. For 100-kilometer runners, your gun start will be on October 15, Saturday at 1 in the afternoon. You have 28 hours to finish the race. Your cutoff time is 5 p.m. of October 16. For 50-kilometer runners, your gun start will be on October 16, Sunday at 5 in the morning. You have 12 hours to finish the race. Your cutoff time is 5 p.m. of October 16. For 25-kilometer runners, your gun start will be on October 16, Sunday at 5:30 in the morning. You have 8 hours to finish the race. Your cutoff time is 1:30 p.m. of October 16. Important reminder: for 100-kilometer distance, cutoff time may change without prior notice depending on race day conditions. After checking in, you will be given your ZMU race bracelet. Please wear the race bracelet snugly at all times around your wrist. Make sure you have your mandatory and recommended gears with you. Runners with incomplete mandatory gears will not be allowed to run. The recommended and mandatory gears are as follows. Hydration system is mandatory for all race distances. Headlamps or flashlights are recommended for 25-kilometer and 50-kilometer and mandatory for 100-kilometer. Mobile phones and emergency cash are mandatory for all race distances. Headgears and trekking poles are recommended for all race distances. Warm clothing is recommended for 50-kilometer and mandatory for 100-kilometer. First aid kits and whistles are recommended for all race distances. Runners should check in at least 1 hour before the respective gun start. ZTR will do its best to provide for your hydration needs. However, you should come ready with your own personal and running essentials. Plan your fuel and hydration. Familiarize yourself with the distance of each aid station and plan your fueling and hydration accordingly. Hydration stations may change location depending on race day conditions, but will not be too far from the pre-marked stations. Familiarize yourself with the route. Your safety is of utmost importance to us. To avoid any untoward incidents, please familiarize yourself with the route, especially but not limited to important landmarks, turning points, sharp turns, crucial areas, and elevation profiles. The 25-kilometer route. The route starts at Universidad de Zamboanga Grounds, Pasonanca. The route heads north towards Gulod del Medio, passing by Dulian Elementary School, then turns right to Bandera Elementary School. Upon reaching Bandera Elementary School, the runners must turn left, heading towards the 25-kilometer turnaround point. From the turnaround point, the runners will head back to Bandera Elementary School. 400 meters after Bandera Elementary School, the runners must turn right, going towards the climb in Gulod del Medio. Exiting Gulod del Medio, runners will turn right, which will lead them straight to the finish line at Universidad de Zamboanga grounds. The 50-kilometer route. The route starts at Universidad de Zamboanga grounds, Pasonanca. The route heads north towards Gulud del Medio, passing by Dulyan Elementary School, then turns right to Bandera Elementary School. Upon reaching Bandera Elementary School, the runners will turn left towards Zamboanga Elementary School. After crossing the Zambales Bridge, the runners will turn right and meet a 200-meter technical ascent towards the 50-kilometer turnaround point at Strawberry Farm, La Paz. From the turnaround point, the runners will head down to Fortunato, turn left to Zamboanga Elementary School, and back to Bandera Elementary School. 400 meters after Bandera Elementary School, the runners must turn right, heading towards the climb in Gulud del Medio. Exiting Gulud del Medio, runners will turn right, which will lead them straight to the finish line at Universidad de Zamboanga grounds. The 100-kilometer route. The route starts at Universidad de Zamboanga grounds, Pasonanca. The route heads north towards Gulud del Medio, passing by Dulyan Elementary School, then turns right to Bandera Elementary School. Upon reaching Bandera Elementary School, the runners will turn left, heading towards Zamboanga Elementary School. After crossing the Zambales Bridge, the runners will turn right and meet a 200 meters technical ascent towards Strawberry Farm, La Paz. The runners will head down to Nancy Falls. From Nancy Falls, runners will meet a 7-kilometer challenging and strenuous trail before going back towards the ZTR Staff House. Upon reaching the ZTR Staff House, runners must turn right, then turn left towards the first 100-kilometer turnaround point. From the first turnaround point, runners will then proceed to the second turnaround point. From the second turnaround point, runners will go back to the ZTR Staff House and head back to Fortunato via the main La Paz Road. Turn right to Zamboanga Elementary School and back to Bandera Elementary School. 400 meters after Bandera Elementary School, the runners must turn right, heading towards the climb in Gulud del Medio. Exiting Gulud del Medio, runners will turn right, which will lead them straight to the finish line at Universidad de Zamboanga grounds. Be attentive to the race markings found along the routes. Please take note of the following emergency numbers. Please take note that there are areas along the route with no cellular signal. Leave no trace. We will strongly implement ZTR's Leave No Trace policy. Runners who are caught littering trash along the route will be penalized, subject to due process. Pacers are not allowed. Support vehicles are restricted from following or shadowing runners. Vehicles are required to leapfrog and follow traffic directions. Runners are not allowed to rest inside the vehicle. Runners who arrive at the start line after the 15-minute grace period following gun start will not be allowed to proceed and are automatically disqualified from the race. Race bibs must be worn in front of the body and should be visible at all times during the entire race duration. Runners must stay on the left side of the road facing traffic and should run in a single file. Runners must present themselves to the marshals at checkpoint areas and time stations along the course. Runners will be marked and arrival times will be recorded. Non-wearing of top garments is strictly not allowed. No umbrellas, please. All runners, crew, and staff must display courtesy, good taste, proper decorum, and sportsmanship at all times. Disruptive or violent acts of any nature during the race will not be tolerated. Anyone involved in an altercation will be banned from all ZTR events. There will be no allowance made for lost time or kilometers ran in the wrong direction. Please download the GPX file to avoid getting lost in the course. ZMU is an open road mountain race. Roads will not be closed for this event. Cheating in any form is unacceptable and will result in immediate disqualification. All complaints must be made in writing with sufficient proof and should be submitted to the race director 24 hours after the prescribed cutoff. In case of severe weather conditions and any unforeseen incidents that may compromise runners' safety, ZTR reserves the right to suspend the race or modify it. Runners who finish after the cutoff will still receive their finisher shirts, but the medal will not be given. For runners who wish or opt not to continue the race, they should approach the nearest aid or water station and inform the marshals of their decision to discontinue the race. The race director has the authority at any time to overrule or create a new rule based on extenuating, unforeseen, or unusual circumstances to maintain the integrity and fair play necessary for the successful completion and continuation of the race. The race director has ultimate authority regarding all rules, their interpretation, and their enforcement. All registered runners of ZMU 2022 are insured. Yan ang alagang ZTR. Here are the cash prizes for the fastest male and female runners. The ZMU Finisher Medals. Smile and have fun. ZTR will be waiting for you at the finish line. See you at the starting line, strong tribers! ZTR would like to thank our following sponsors. Are you ready for ZMU 2023? Get those legs ready, because ZMU 2023 is coming your way on October 14 and 15, 2023. See you all next year!